Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. This time we are gonna be discussing the endgame of Path of Exile 2, the issues that people are saying about the melee classes, right? Mainly the monk because I only have the experience with that one. And when we are saying monk, I mean Acolyte of Chayula, right? And why is it kinda, in opinion of many, in a terrible state? So far I have around, I would say around 200 hours played since the release. I have been no-lifing the game. But as well in those 200 hours there is a lot of just, sitting, looking at the skill tree, not really playing, right? But I would consider that playing too, in some way. And a lot of trading, a lot of crafting, right? Because I had to figure that out too, because I don't have too much experience with Path of Exile 1. I played it for maybe like 100 hours over a span of 10 years. I would do 10 hours once in a year, leave the game for 6 months, do it again for 10 hours, never ascended, right? Then I would skip for another 2-3 years, get back into it, and what's not. So I get a little bit of ideas, right? And when it comes to video games, gaming is I was 7, mainly Dota, right? So I'm know a thing or two, I would say, about balance because I'm playing the game for like 20 years, and I would say it's very complex. On par with Path of Exile skill tree. I do not have PhD, but I think I figured it out a little bit when it comes to Acolyte of Chayula. As you can see over here, not bragging or anything, right? I don't think it's an achievement, but level 93, halfway through 94. Probably would have been bigger if I had a little bit more time to play, but I guess that comes to a lot of people. It's holiday season, and Christmas is just in front of us, and I want to as well wish Merry Christmas to all the people that are celebrating it. For me personally, it comes in January. As I'm Serbian, we're celebrating it on a different calendar. But my significant other celebrates it tomorrow, so there has been a lot of work around the house helping with those things. And regardless of that, the topic of discussion is for us to think tank, to brainstorm why things are working, why things are not working, what things could be improved. Okay, so let's address first of all the elephant in the room, right? And something that I can tell you the most about is Acolyte of Chayula, right? The reason why I want to talk about it is because if you look at the ladders, right, and you look at the top 1,000 people, I think there is only five people that are using Acolyte of Chayula in the top 1,000, which is the least represented class over there. And there's probably a reason for it. I mean, a lot of people say Walker does the same thing, just better, right? And the more I played, the more kind of I agree, right? And I'm probably gonna be rolling out a new character, and I would like to make a series on my YouTube channel where I'm gonna walk you through from the level 1, getting off the beach, and getting all the way to the mapping, and record it all, and as well besides that make another build guide that's gonna be inspired by that, similar to the build guide that I have been showcasing on my YouTube channel with good success so far, I would say, because I just started YouTube a week ago. I really appreciate the amount of views I'm getting, the amount of comments, engagement. Thank you very much, guys. Seriously, thank you very much, guys. The only thing I would ask from you as well is hit me up on Twitch as well, okay? Because I want to spend a little bit more time there streaming, and then we can discuss much more of these things live. But anyways, more about that later. To address the elephant, right? Ascendancy is kind of a little bit of a mess, right? So let's go with the ones that I didn't take. And that's darkness. Darkness removes all your spirit. Big oof, big oof. I just don't see how it's worth it. Yes, it gives you a little bit extra tankiness, but it's nothing that you couldn't really cover with, just going with notes with the defenses. And if you know my build, you already know how tanky it is, and I'm gonna go over it in a bit. Grasp of the Void. This is 1% of damage as extra chaos damage per 20 unreserved darkness. So it would mean that you, in order for your darkness not to get reserved, right, you would need not to get hit. So then again, we go back to why take these notes if this is giving you defense. Like, it's kind of like conflicting with each other. Maybe it was if it was much more darkness you could reserve, sure, I would understand it, right? But at this stage, I just don't see the point in taking it. And that's really about it. That's all there is to say about it. Like, I don't even want to talk about it, how bad it is. I'll put it that way. Um, except for this one, right? Damage. I'm advocate of offense is the best defense, because if you kill things before they can attack you, they can't attack you. Simple as that. Same for you, right? If you die uh, before you can attack, you can't attack. Simple as that. Going to the next branch that I didn't take, which is Chaos Resistance. Over here, connecting node into Chayula's Gift, which is giving us 10% maximum Chaos Resistance, and Chaos Resistance is doubled, right? So if you are having 75 plus 10, that's 85, right? So you only need about 40, yeah, 42 and a half to cap your chaos resistance, and then have the maximum, right? Which is 85. You would still take a little bit of chaos damage, but nothing special. And actually, since I have been running so far chaos inoculation, I'm more and more leaning on taking this one, okay, and to make a little bit of a change on my build. And why to do that is, well, let's explain the next, thingy over here. So Walking Dream, right? You're getting into the breach, and into the breach over there gives you Flames of Chayula, and those Flames of Chayula appear on the ground, and each one of those flames, either red, blue, or purple, will be giving you different benefits. The red ones are giving you Life Leech, 7% of it, blue are 7% of Mana Leech, and then purple is giving you a stacking buff, granting 7% damage as extra chaos damage for 5 seconds, stacking up to 10 times, which is very difficult to do unless you're going with Mantra of Destruction, and then you're going with Flicker, so you can get that, and then again it's for 5 seconds, which is, I don't see anywhere enough, okay? And then if you continue down the line and you get Lucid Dreaming, the effect and duration is doubled, which is quite nice, so it's 10 seconds, right? And you can get, 14% extra damage per stack, so it goes up to 140%, which is quite significant at that stage. But the point is, you need to get 10 stacks, right? Which you can't really do, in my opinion, without utilizing the Mantra of Destruction. Now, very important thing about Path of Exile and preserving the economy is trading, and we just got a trade request, so I hope you guys don't mind me doing this quickly. Boys got to eat, so let's do this for a moment. I like when people are quick with it. So quick. Alright, here he goes. Go, buddy. Get out. So, as I was saying, right? It's quite nice, quite decent, right? But you just don't have enough to take it, right? So, things could be respected. And most likely, if I'm gonna be, going for something like that, that would mean that I would need to eliminate this 4 nodes on top, because this one is too good to give up. Reality Rending is too good to give up, and we're gonna leave that one for last in discussion of Acolyte of Chayula and why is it strong. Because that's the node that makes it very strong. And I don't think a lot of people actually understand how it really works and why is it so good. So yeah, lucid dreaming looks great on paper and really ties up nicely with the notes on the top, right? But unless you're having it all the way through, it's not really that great, right? And getting all of them through, combining them nicely over here because they are, you know, going one into each other, eliminates you from getting reality rending, which is essentially in a case really destroying your damage output. And essentially I would go as far as to say eliminates the whole purpose of playing this Ascendancy. Um, I don't think you should be going for Acolyte of Chayula if you're not getting reality rending. That's kind of like my bottom line that I would make a stamp on, right? So yeah, we're gonna talk about it in a minute. So Mana Leech is instant on the Ravenous Depths, and then getting Consuming Questions, which is not allowing you to recharge Energy Shield, and Mana Leech effects also recover Energy Shield. Amazing, amazing stuff for sustainability. Amazing. So much sustain you can get, but what's the issue? We don't have anything that's a physical damage main skill. Okay, we have Flicker, and with Flicker it works great. I mean, guys, so much clutches I had. I would just flicker and my energy shield would, you know, instantly charge up, my mana would be full, all good, right? But you can't use flicker all the time. That's the issue, right? You need to get your power charges first. Um, and it cannot be shown all the time, which is unfortunate, but this is the way that developers wanted it to be. So we have to deal with it, right? And work around that. So we don't have anything else that dishes out such a high, you know, attack percentage, right? Which is 303% on Flicker Strike right now, which is level 19 on me. And you know, it is just what it is, right? If you're using Tempest Flurry, like that's on normal strike, right? On the third strike, it's like 100% convert, so you get nothing, because leeches are only going off from physical damage. So if your physical damage, right, 60% of it gets converted to lightning damage, and guys, I don't have a bad stuff at all. You can see it over here, right? So let's say 200 to 377, let's say 200 to 400 just for sake of calculation. The mid range is 300, right? Let's use that as an average, right? So if I'm hitting for 300, yes, if I'm hitting for 300 and there is attack damage increase of 178, let's say 200%, right? So I'm hitting for 900, yeah, and they don't have any armor, right? So it's hitting 900, right? 40% of that 900 is gonna get, not converted, right? So we take 900, we multiply by 0.4, that's 360 damage. That is usable in Mana Leech, right? And then let's say I have 30% of Mana Leech, right? So 30% of, what did we say? Um, 30% of 360, right? 360 multiplied by 0.3, that's 108. Okay, 108. How much you can leech with each hit? Okay, I'm getting frustrated over here. You know why? Because monsters have leech resistance, which we don't know how much it is. Okay, but it's ridiculous. So ridiculous that on the previous patch they had to buff the leeches, and it's still not enough. Still not enough, because they have so much. The higher the level they are, they have more resistance. The more leech resistance. So with whoever knows how much, you can't calculate it, right? You're leeching like what? I don't know, with Tempest Flurry, like 10, 20, 30, something like that. It's ridiculous. And we don't have anything that's mainly physical except for Flicker Star that you can run all the time, that can, just smack the stuff around, hit things, and enjoy it. We have Ice Strike for ice, right? We have Tempest Flurry for lightning, but we don't have nothing for physical. So kinda rendering it useless, right? Forcing you into the Flicker, which is cool again, but we need to find a way to use it non-stop, and there is no option in the game to do so. So again, kinda messy, you know. It's, and then again you say, okay, let's just pick Invoker and play Invoker, right? And if you actually look at the top guy when it comes to the ladders, at least on the standard league, it's an Invoker, and I think for the right reason. And then we come to why you should play the class, right? Is reality rending, which is just stupidly good if you understand what it does. And I'm gonna ignore the first two. I'm just gonna focus on the last, right? Which is 7% chance to gain 100% of damage with hits as extra chaos damage. Okay, so let's say you hit something for 10k, right? Combined physical and elemental, yes, and that would mean, right, that if you spec your nodes into the elemental damage and into the physical damage and you're hitting for 10k, right, once you proc that 100% of damage with hits as extra chaos damage, you're hitting for 20k, right? 10 plus 10 from the proc, right? So 20k total. Quite nice, yes, but let's say you didn't do that. A lot of people in my comments are asking me, have you tried the chaos nodes and etc. And a lot of people already commenting on my post that I have, posted before. Should you do it? What's or not? And I always tell them no, because I tried it and it simply doesn't work. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work. Because let's say you didn't get those, maximum lightning nodes, lightning penetrations, attack damages, right? Then you went for chaos damage, which you would usually go for event horizon and spaghettification, or you would go over here on the top for pure chaos and wither away, or lingering horror, right? Which I don't think you should, but anyways. Or you would go for dark entries, which again I don't think you should. Every player to himself, yeah. And anyways, let's say you buff your chaos damage to 100%, right? But now your physical elemental is not anymore 10k as in original example. Let's say it's 5k, right? So you hit it for 5k, but 100% of 5k is now another 5k, right? So you hit him for 10k, yes, and you have 100% increased chaos damage, right? But it's from 5k, so that's 15k total, right? So it's less than what you would have done if your base is stronger, right? If your that original attack, which is physical and elemental combined, is higher, right? So don't go for chaos nodes. Just stick your stuff in attack damage, stick your stuff in physical damage. I don't really recommend it, but stick your stuff in attack damage. That's what I'm doing. And I have a video up there. I went into tier 16, used the flicker on a map boss, 1 million damage in a second, maybe second and a half, which is quite nice. And I didn't even use Tempest Bell, right? But still, it just doesn't seem enough when you see what other builds are having, right? And then all of that, right? All of that, and I love the gameplay with the Tempest Flurry. This is my thing. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and then I saw Acolyte of Chayula, and I'm like, oh my god, I can play a Sith Lord. Yeah, I can say I'm a dumbass because every step through I wish I had taken an Invoker because I think it would have been much stronger. But then again, I see Invokers dying and I don't see myself dying, right? And that's why I guess it more comes to their greedier build on the damage and my much more focused build on defensives. Okay, so as you can see, we have overcapped resistances, we have evasion at 87%, which is quite nice. In maps it actually goes higher to like 88%, but nothing crazy, right? That's just 1% over there. And as you can see, I went Chaos Inoculation to be immune to Chaos because it was very much annoying me at the start of mapping, but I'm thinking of getting rid of it at this stage and going for some other things. Still considering, we'll need to see, so make sure to subscribe and follow so you can, if you're following my build, follow through with it. And essentially that's the next topic we're coming to, right? So we discussed Acolyte of Chayula, and look guys, if I'm wrong about something or I'm not understanding something, I attribute it to my lack of experience. So please educate me in the comments. Let me know. I love criticism, especially if it's constructive, not just the dumb one. That one I don't like. And by all means, let me know what am I not seeing there, and I would like to just improve my character. That's all. Have an easier time. Not that I'm having hard time. Don't get me wrong. Like with this build, we're killing stuff like you know, hot knife through butter, no issues. But you know, I always strive for that kind of like perfection, right? And um, I might not see something. And then we come, like I said, to a problem of people just complaining the hell out of melee classes. And I understand why. I wanted to reroll this character a couple of times, you know, and when I say reroll, I mean not go over my skills and take different notes or take different skills or switch the gear. No, 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 no. Just delete the goddamn character and take Invoker and that's it, you know. We're not Sith anymore, we're going to the Jedi side. And then I sat down and I was looking through things, I was analyzing, studying it and what's not, and it worked out at the end of the day. It worked out. But again, to what extent is it working out? So the issue with melee is that you just die so easily. You know, you just die so easily. Like the trials as well, pain in the ass. Yeah, I did them all. As you can see, you have 4 ascendancies, but pain in the ass, pain in the ass, and you know, it's just what it is. If you look at all the high damage builds, everyone is ranged. If you look at all the builds that are not dying, everyone is ranged. So the whole point of I guess releasing Path of Exile 2, like the big selling point was reworking the melee. And sure, it looks fun at the early stages. I mean, the normal difficulty was much more difficult than the cruel, let alone mapping. I mean, mapping is a breeze compared to the earlier parts of the game. But, you know, I don't have fun killing bosses. I melt them. I melt them. Few seconds, that's all. That's all it takes. And I don't die, so there's no challenge to it, right? But before there was, and it was difficult. I remember doing the on this character, the first character I made, doing the count. Wow, killed me, I don't know, 10 15 times before I killed him. And yeah, um, then you know, created kind of like this anger for the game even, you know. But you know, I was never fan of Souls-like games, but actually enjoyed it, you know. I was angry that the boss is beating my ass, but I was enjoying it, you know, because I tried harder, harder, harder until I beat him, and you know, got better at dodge rolling for the rest of the whole game. Practice makes perfect. I just can't imagine how is it playing a warrior with so slow attack speed or something. I don't even want to get into that, but even that one is played more than Acolyte of Chayula. So, which brings me to a point, right? That there is an issue with melee, right? And in order to make it work, you need to make yourself very very tanky, right? And that's why we are having so much resistances. I mean, you should cap yourself anyways, but I have you on top because of mapping and the penalties that some maps give you. And you know, having so much evasion, and you know, it works much better when you look at the stuff that I'm having, right? Because I have the ghost downs, which is, you know, as you saw, I have 20k evasion, so 5% of 20k whenever I get hit, which, you know, just recharges every 3 point something seconds, gives you very high survivability. And then Grim Feast, right, getting those Grim Remnants, which works amazing with the flicker, right? You flicker around, you kill things, and you collect Grim Remnants, and it fills up your energy shield, and it works while you're flickering, right? So you can get the fills on that as well. So, you know, you can essentially have, like, with my build right now at 3.4 energy shield, probably could push it to like 4 point something. Again, not enough experience to say where we can go for it, but I can see it being able to go there, you know. So that's like doubling, right, to like 8k, let's say, worst case scenario. So you have a lot of you know, tankiness, and on top of that you're evading 88% of the stuff, right? Just, you know, you have a dodge roll, there is point of acrobatics, right, and taking it. But I tried it, I don't like it, I stopped using it. You know, just dodge roll, get good, simple, efficient, good, yeah. And but you can't dodge roll everything, right? So that's why you need a little bit of tankiness, right? And people make mistakes, nobody's perfect. But you know, to use the dodge roll, And anyways, I can see why melee is a problem, right? But if you're able to melt things before they attack you, right? And you don't die, you can do the damage, right? And on the other side, if you can kill bosses before they do the mechanics, they can't kill you because they don't get to do the mechanics. I mean, simple things. So I don't like that you're forced to play that way. Okay, I I I, I don't know really what could be done about it. Right, it's supposed to be a rework of Melee and everything, and I saw that rework, originally, but now I don't. Now I don't. Uh, and it's kind of like funny enough. It's kind of like solving the issue, right? Because I just kill things before they can kill me, and even if they try to kill me, they can't hit me, or even if they hit me, it's not enough for a one shot, and I can recharge myself like this. So I solved that issue for myself, but I can see a lot of others that didn't. Okay, and that's why I would, shamelessly recommend my build to be tried out, and at least in theory, I'll watch the videos, look it up. I know it's part of your time to look it and to understand it, but I'm really thinking it would be helpful because from the feedback I'm getting from people, they're having a blast with it, right? If you go to Mobalytics, I think if you go for monks specifically, not for just Chayula but invokers as well, it's the second or third top trending build. So give it a look. And I just started my YouTube career a week ago, and already getting ton of traction. And that's all thanks to you. That's all thanks to you. And again, I want to thank you for that. Keep subscribing, keep liking. Let's get that partnership with YouTube and start really rocking the things over here. So yeah, that's the issue with it. So kind of solvable, right? But over the time, and that brings us to the last point of discussion for this video, because I would really like you to enjoy the Christmas and not to take a lot of your time if you're gonna be watching this video in the you know upcoming period of time. Um, Endgame, okay? Everybody's complaining about Endgame. There's nothing to complain about, guys. It's early access, okay? The game is like what, not even 1 month into the early access? Okay? What is there to complain about? Play the class, get it to 90 something, 100 if you're a lunatic like me, okay? Create a new class, test it out, do it over again. It's early access, that's what you get from it, okay? That's your end game for right now. I mean, you have more end game in this game than in Diablo 4 that's out for a year. So what's the issue with it, right? Uh, sorry, I'm not attacking you. I'm just ranting a little bit. Um, yeah, sure, there are some things with the Atlas that you can choose where this is going, where that is going, where is this, slotted, where it's not. Uh, but in general, again, I didn't play the Path of Exile one with the leagues and whatever. I only played the standard league, right? But as far as I know, it's a season-based game, right? Nobody's expecting one character to be played forever in this game, right? That's why you have leagues or seasons or however you call them, right? And you make a new character and you run it all over again, right? Test a different build, try some different things out, and be done with it. That's the game. So, and a lot of these complaints about the end game, right? Is called like I have nothing to do this that. It's coming from people that are playing games for like extensive experience. Like, what did you expect? Really, what did you expect? Because it's an early access game. Let's understand it, right? And a lot of them say, yeah, I know it's early access. So if you know, why are you making a video like content farming or whatever? Um, so I don't really think it's addressing the issue in the right or proper way. I think you know just enjoy the game for what it is, because the game is amazing. And if you like it so much, and you're planning on continue playing it well into the through the early access and into the release, don't trash about it. Don't talk shit smack about it on YouTube, on other things, uh, because it's not helping it. You know, a random person will go on Reddit and see your posts, and they will be like, you know what, this guy that is playing the game for quite a while doesn't like the game, right? So me that never tried it out, why would I play it? Is the same thing for me, you know, when I was looking at people making videos, and essentially what the community is doing is gatekeeping the game, and they're making it, oh, it's so difficult, you need PhD to understand the skill tree. There's nothing to understand. I mean, it's simple. I'm sorry to say it, but it's simple, right? You're dying, get more defenses, right? You have the search bar over here, right? Evasion. You want evasion? Your class playing on dexterity, get evasion. You want energy shield? It's mixed with intelligence, get energy shield. Get both of them, right? You're not gonna get armor, it's on the other side of it, right? But I guess that's a common sense, right? So there's no need for PhD, right? All you need to do is to have common sense. Cap your resistances, right? Don't get hit by AoEs. Press space to dodge roll, or if you have it on different keybind, right? And buff your damage enough so you can kill things before they can kill you. And the fifth one, have fun with the game, guys. Okay? Having said all that, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas again. For all people that are celebrating, spend it lovely with your family. Okay? Keep supporting my channel. Keep supporting Grinding Gear Games, because they have given us amazing piece of software to play with, and I have been enjoying literally the every single minute of it, even playing on paper the shittiest Ascendancy, okay? And funny enough, I wouldn't change it for anything, right? Because it allowed me to learn so much more about the game, and I'm just saying, as a member of the community, to the other members of the community, if this is your little gem, keep it as a gem, right? Don't throw shit on it, okay? And be positive about the game. Understand that it's just out, and Grinding Gear Games have been amazing at addressing the issues so far that have been reported. And let's understand that they are human as well, and that they are having holidays too, and that I'm sure that a lot more things will be fixed coming into January once they're back from holidays. So guys, thank you for watching another one of videos. Smack that subscribe button, hit the like, write me down in the comments what do you think about Acolyte of Chayula, about issues with melee, about the end game, and I hope I did some thought-provoking things into your head, and I would hope to get some trash talk as well. So at least the constructing one, right? So we can talk about that in the future as well. And you know, let me know about that invoker, right? If you would like to see like a whole you know, playthrough, taking the invoker from level 1, going to the mapping level at least, right? And then some, and as well alongside that, making a build guide, and you know, progressively updating it with the progress. Sorry, English is not my main language, as you can see from my accent. Uh, but yeah, I would like your feedback from that. And again, thank you so much for watching. Okay, guys, over and out. Take good care.